Episode 13, and I still haven't gotten around to editing episode 4. Drinking original flavor V8. Tastes like soup broth. Has more complexity than plain old tomato juice. November 6th, my psi-helmet, not see-helmet, psi-helmet, should be ready sometime in the afternoon, November 7th, and I'll probably begin the X-16 excursion the morning of November 8th. Sometime between now and then, I should probably do some missions for the mercs to build up some goodwill. Of course, one of my goals is to find a set of basic tools. If I do, I'll turn a full deck of tools into Hog, the Merc Tech. Too far north. Too far north. This I could do. Too far north. Agroprom. Dark Valley. Well, looks like I should go to either Agroprom or Dark Valley. And then Cordon. I don't think I've been to the Dark Valley yet. I had 2 bandits to wipe out. And in doing so, I'll be doing everyone else a favor. I'm more proactive in dispensing justice than duty.
Like Bess, aka Biss, from Shadow of Chernobyl. I like his philosophy. Got enough food? That should do. Подходи, сталкер. Для таких, как ты, у меня всегда есть кое-что интересное. Technically, sure, I have enough food already, but...
It's like I always say, I play the long game. And since it's possible to encounter chimeras, pseudo-giants, etc. in any region, save that for later. Packing a pro pipe and at least a few 40 mils is a good idea. Stash that one. many fixie-majigs do I have? Stash that one. Maybe I should buy another one of these. Resist the temptation to pick up any more jobs. Why can't you aim grenade launchers in Stalker 2? Well, because you can't aim grenade launchers in Clear Sky or Call of Pripyat. Yeah, well, you could in Shadow of Chernobyl. Yeah, well, Clear Sky and Call of Pripyat came out after Shadow of Chernobyl, which means that their method of doing things must be the better one. No, that's not how that works. The rightness or wrongness of a thing has nothing to do with the newness or oldness of a thing. $43.77 versus, not verse, versus $21.92. Three uses versus two uses. 8%, 87% bare minimum condition. 8%, 75% bare minimum condition. But this is specifically for small bore rifles. And I happen to be using two of them, so this is the better buy.
Buy!
Worth it. 46.2 out of 59 kilograms. Looking good. Should grab maybe one more 40 mil. 40 mic. Checking the number of patches I have. Well, for that weight, I might as well grab 5. If I had a better backpack, I'd pack at least 10, but probably no more than 12. Hard save. Dark Valley, then Agroprom, then Corden. After I do all of that stuff, then I might go do some stuff for the mercs. Depending on how much ammo I have, how much money I have, whether or not I can afford to resupply. I will be able to afford to resupply to some extent. Suppressors do reduce accuracy, right? I've never actually specifically tested that. more than 30 hours in and I'm still using a crank. Only because I can't force myself to endure the AK-105's mag ditching reload animation. Eventually, I will earn the Heavy Pockets achievement. But that's sort of a long-term thing. That's going to take a while. If I endeavored to do that now, it would be forever and a half before I got anything else done. Anything. Oh yeah, I'm getting tired of this crank. Ugh. I'll give it this much. It's impressive that it's lasted me this long. It's depressing that I'm still using it. Can't even get the job done with one headshot. On a guy not even wearing a helmet. A bandit. Not even wearing a helmet, and it takes more than one shot to the head. Maybe I should switch to semi-auto. Firing a crank, semi-auto though, it's not exactly a precision rifle. I should be forcing myself to use this old ammo. Also need to force myself to remember to take some of these things back to Rostock with me. See what my battery power is. 35, 42, 65. Another one for Skinflint, since he offers the best prices. I think Barkeep offers the best prices on smokes. So if you're gonna sell, not smell, but sell smokes, sell them to Barkeep. Actually, I'm not sure what Hawaiian offers. No, I don't think I've ever specifically looked into that. Or beard. It doesn't matter all that much, though, because if you're in one region of the zone, of course you're not going to traverse all the way to back to some other region of the zone just to sell a mundane thing to ensure that you get the best possible resale value. I still have only found one dose of anti-rad. I should use up this. Over 55,000 still. Did you have any Nemiroff? Yes. I'll go ahead and buy up all of that. I still have over 51,000. But now I also have the means to do, you know what? The whole trading majig. Six full bottles. How much would actually come in a case? I'm not a vodka snob, so I wouldn't know that. Well, got some waiting to do. Might as well get it over and done with now. I went to the store to buy this V8. The lady there started up a conversation. I have the gift of gab, by the way. We started talking about soup broth, and she told me that she uses V8 in her choke. Like me, she finds plain old tomato soup to be too plain. I have the gift of gab and I'm a foodie. So I often find myself talking about food with fellow foodies. Well, that didn't last too long. See what condition my condition is in. 91%. Since I have effectively four uses of this stuff, fixing the jig, I should wait until either or both of my rifles get worn down to somewhere below 80%, or let's say somewhere below 85%. But they don't have to get worn down all the way to 75%, because that would be irresponsible. Greek fire. Does anyone know what the Greeks used to make their proto-napalm? So I have the gift of gab. I'm a foodie and I often wear Hawaiian shirts. So it should come as no surprise to anyone that Dale was always my favorite rescue ranger. Another set of expert tools. We're continuing with that RNG trope. Or should we call it a cliche? As cool as the FNP90 is, truth be told, I'd rather use an SG552. One's a PDW, the other's an SBR, but they're of... Oh. Hold that thought. I was wondering if I should buy an energy drink from the flea market guy. I'm not dealing with it. I'm sick to fucking death of getting screwed over like this.
I'm sick of the delays that this creates. This just wasn't a thing in Oblivion Lost 2.2 or Oblivion Lost 2010. Those mods had blowouts, and only blowouts, where the sky would turn red. Cue reference to Oingo Boingo's Just Another Day. Or to the 1977 movie Damnation Alley, where there's mention of life under an angry sky. But those blowouts didn't go on and on and on and last longer than they needed to. And you never found yourself in a situation where you had to endure that much time, gameplay time being wasted standing still. Can we please let's go? So back to what I was talking about before. You can't aim grenade launchers in S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. I'm not even sure if they give you a cheap half-assed zoom, like they did in Clear Sky and Call of Pripyat. But why is it that you could aim grenade launchers in Shadow of Chernobyl, but not Clear Sky or Call of Pripyat? And why did New School GSC assume that was the proper paradigm to follow? Why give the player less rather than more? It's something I'm
trying to understand, but I just can't. I need someone. Well, my rank has improved. Rank has improved. There's something to be happy about. How do I know what my actual rank is? .2. That'll have to do. Now, firearm enthusiast's jacket. I'm a firearm enthusiast and I have a jacket. Made a hard save in case I get screwed over. Like I almost did that one time. In the fire tunnel, I had to take shelter from a storm in the fire tunnel. Which meant I had to constantly dodge the fire majig. Which wasn't a huge deal, but still kind of a hassle. Kept dying because I kept trying to get to that hut in wild territory next to the construction site. I've found out from reading YouTube comments on some Anomaly videos that it is entirely possible to get to the end game without ever having found a single set of basic tools and having a dozen or more sets of advanced and expert tools and not a single set of basic ones, rendering all those other tools useless. Because of RNG. I hear a boar. That I'd like to ignore. I'd like to ignore you too. Can we please not do this? I don't want to waste ammo on the likes of you. Am I gonna have to do this? Have to take off the scope and put it back in my slot. See? That's what you get. More 5.7. It's not even old. One of these days I might even start pressing that into service. Yeah, 29 rounds. In Shadow of Chernobyl and Oblivion Lost, older versions of Oblivion Lost at least, there was a wall right here and some stuff that you could find. And a footlocker right here. I forget if it was blue or green. Not expecting to find any basic tools. But if I do, I'll be ecstatic. Also, there used to be a photo of a guy right here who just happened to resemble FPS Russia. And at least one containing-majig up here with 9x39 ammo, and I think it was SP6. The overall best ammo you could get in Shadow of Chernobyl. Hey! Yeah, I'll take that. There also used to be a stash right here back in the old days. Let's see if anything fell through the floor. I took one look at that pipe and I thought it looked like something that could be a stash. There also used to be a blue footlocker right here. Pretty sure there's a stash around here, down here somewhere. There used to be a backpack stash. And there used to be a burnt fuzz hanging down right there. Would you believe me if I told you that one time in Shadow of Chernobyl, hold that thought, that looks like fruit punch that could melt me through a wall. Just like way back in episode 1. Would you believe me if I told you that one time, and only one time, in Shadow of Chernobyl, I think it was version 1.005, but don't quote me on that, I battled a pseudo-giant toe-to-toe with just a knife and defeated it to death without taking any damage. But I only pulled that off once. Stash isn't even marked, and I'm able to find one of these. That gets me thinking, is it possible to find tools in stashes that aren't marked? Well, yeah, I think so. I think I've already seen that happen. Sometimes I don't think to first notice whether or not sometimes I don't think to take note of whether or not a stash is marked. Before seeing whether or not it contains a set of tools. Ukrainian beer. This is the kind of beer I was talking about a whole bunch of episodes ago. Speculating that it's most likely a Pilsner. A proper European-style Pilsner that actually tastes like a Pilsner. Contrast with Americanized Pilsner that tastes like IPA, which in my opinion is pedestrian trough water spiked with battery acid. Most of the beers I really like are on the opposite end of the spectrum, the malty end of the spectrum. The beer spectrum. Oatmeal Stout is one of my faves. Now, I had 2 bandits to whack here. Right? Well, of course, by the time I get here, one of them has traversed over to the truck cemetery. Fortunately, I can what the heck? But what did I even come here for? I came here to get 2 jobs done. Now I'm finally here. I had to deal with 2 storms just before I could drag myself over here. And now I'm here. And now there's nothing for me to do here. And now yet another one of my targets is wandering northward. Northward, where I can technically go. If I don't want to use fast travel, I can go through the Red Forest to get to Jupiter and beyond. I was expecting to get 2 things done. Well, it looks like I can actually do 1 thing here. Contract killer. Mental note, contract killer. Okay, I was looking at something else. What I was looking at was not what I was trying to think about. Contract Killer. I can get that done right in this place where I am right now. And then this one I can go to the truck cemetery, which I can get to from here without having to wander through bum
Chicken
Egypt, if people still use that expression. Of course, I have to do this again. Oh. Gotta make sure the red arrow doesn't get confused. Everything is such a chore. Contract Killer and kill the stalker. Contract Killer, kill the stalker. C-K-K-S. Remember, C-K-K-S, C-K-K-S. Ugh. I know it's my own fault for taking all these jobs, but I wasn't expecting to run into so many snags to add to what's already a slog. A tedious, miserable slog. And having to endure 2 storms in a row. It's just... wait. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going to have to waste ammo on ankle biters, aren't I? Because I can't just walk across this bridge. Is there a stash in the trunk of that car? Is that a Moskvich? Or a Zaporizhzhit? I'm sure I'm butchering that. Zaz is a nickname for Zaporizhzhits, isn't it? I actually have a tin of Altoids right here next to me. It's empty. I used them all up, but I kept the tin, which is not really made of tin. So why do we call it that? Container. Can. Does it count as a can? Is it a type of can? Anyway, I kept it. I kept it with the intent of repurposing it. I put little new knickknacks and doodads in it, like buttons that fall off of shirts or other such things. Is it just me, or did that gravitational anomaly move? Because I thought it was on the other side of the road just a minute ago. Zombies, moids. Alright, let's see how this goes. Should I attempt sneaky breaky in broad daylight, or should I go loud? Attempt sneaky breaky. In order to make my footfalls and or footsteps quiet, I have to move very slowly. Whereas a chimera can be moving along at a full sprint and none of its footfalls make any noise at all. He tried to shoot me sort of through the wall. I lucked out there. That's a switch. I still successfully sneaky breakied 2 of them. Hard to believe this is my first time finding one of these. Pepachas are usually common. Relatively common. I might keep this. Start building up a supply of 7.62 Toka. Some call it Toki for short. Just like Toki from Metalocalypse. There used to be a stash right there. A section of pipe, if I recall. Whenever I walk into or through a place that looks like this, I always expect to encounter flesh pigs. Fleshy flesh pigs. Some of us old school zoners took to calling them flesh pigs just to remind ourselves that they're pigs. I started that. I started that trend of demented doom a go-go. Oh no! Ugh. Great. Would you just die? Ugh. Six, 6, 6. Is that an omen? Well, I'm philosophically opposed to the Roman Empire. By the way, that's what that number represents. I don't think most people realize that. Pop culture certainly doesn't realize that. The number 666 is the number of both the ruler and the regime. And it represents Rome, not as a geographic location, but as an ideology, which means the ideology of Rome can be transplanted from across time and across physical space from one location to another. Well, that boar is 82%. How did I let it get that bad? I'll go ahead and use one of these. %. Barely even worth using. I'll use that on the gas mask. All right. 82%. Now watch, that boar won't be stuck anymore. This is still the 5th timeline, and I still have memories from 4 other timelines. I remember this one situation where I predicted 2 negative things happening back to back within seconds of each other. I forget whether it was episode 4 Mark 1, episode 4 Mark 2, episode 6 Mark 1, or episode 6 Mark 2. But I do remember this thing happening. I remember I predicted that the pay I would get from, I think it was Dutchman, it was either Dutchman or Asman, would be less than 500 rubles, less than I was expecting to get. And right after that I predicted that I would lose goodwill, with some amount of goodwill with duty, and that happened too. So. It's gotten to the point where these are just facts of life. Where once I might have seen opportunity, now all I see is drudgery. And the more things get that way for me, the more I sympathize with duty. Well, what was I going to do next? I was going to do... this. I wonder, would there be a set of basic tools in here? Right in here? Well, I can just follow the road north. I should probably take some of this stuff with me and then stash it in the truck cemetery. Since, well, that would make sense because I can get to the truck cemetery directly from Rostock. Whereas to come back here to get this stuff to bring back to Rostock, I also have to go through garbage. Ugh. Screw it. I'll just stash some of these things here. Now I have an energy drink. I'll just have to force myself to endure yet another chore. Once again, I have to back out of here, then go into my inventory just to do this. You can't let me do that from in here while doing all of this stuff too. 47 kilograms, I think that's good enough. make a hard save here. Depending on how much it costs, maybe I could take that Pepper Shaw if I can, depending on how much it costs to get it fixed. I know those things are cheap to upgrade. I could maybe take that into Lab X-16 with me once I finally go down into the depths of Goblin Town. I see a stash. What if this stash, despite the fact that it's unmarked, contains a set of basic tools? Yeah. And maybe I'm a jet pilot. I brought this thing along with me this whole time. I'm so accustomed to doing that anyway once I've been in the zone long enough that I just didn't think about it. I meant to stash this back in my cubby hole. Well, I'm below 47 kilograms, so I guess it's not that big a deal. I'll stash it here. Now I'm below 45 kilograms. All these weird tendencies I have that appear to be the result of sheer neuroticism are all the result of my having gotten screwed over in very particular ways over and over and over again for years and years and years on end. So there's method to my madness. Don't need to go back and stash that. Nothing heavy. .455. That number reminds me of the Webley revolver. I wonder what's in here. always check under staircases. That's a tendency I think we all picked up from Half-Life 1. What is it that determines whether or not a mattress is functional? Checking to see if items fell through the floor. I'm so sick of having to think that way. That's so video gamey. Will the bloodsuckers show up like in Shadow of Chernobyl? Now this one's functional. Storm. Oh, this is just a... This is a refreshment for nature, even in the zone. On the PDA map, it makes it look like there's an actual road. Well, I guess, yeah, this is an actual road. Distinctly, visually different. Visually distinct from that kind of road. This is a stash. I should be able to check it. Well, right? Screw it. There's a stash under one of these bushes. That one, I think it is. That's supposed to be there, but it's not really there. I learned that on my Clear Sky character, possibly. Took a mission from Dutchman to get some papers that were supposed to be in a stash that's supposed to be there. It was marked on my mini-map and my PDA map, but there is no stash there. Or if there is, I don't know how to access it. I took that mission early in the game and was never able to complete it. Go loud. Six round. Bad cover. Bad choice of cover on my part. I bet he's using a TOZ-34. Realistic, effective range for a shotgun, especially with 28-inch barrels. You might even be using a sawed-off one. All right, and they already know I'm here. Can I take out at least one before taking any damage? Nope. Just get it over with. A clip is a device other than a speed loader used for loading a magazine or cylinder. Can we please get this over and done with? I'm so sick of how everything is such a chore. Even though I'm not a hobo anymore, but I'm still stuck in the early game. I might as well continue to maintain a hobo mindset. Here I am dying to bandits despite wearing this. It's only 2 bandits. Kill it. Just get it over with. Well, how many of you are there? I thought there were only 2. Both of you armed with shotguns. I bet one of them's using slugs. By the way, it's dumb to use slugs in a sawed-off. You attacked me. I think I only have one shot. Nope. Put them out of their misery. Misery, that's appropriate. Seeing as how I'm pretending that I'm playing Misery. Come on, let's not take all day. What do you want me to do? Run out there and aggressively take you on? Which one of these days I'll be able to do that. Instead of having to putz around like this. Finally. Ugh. Let's see what kind of... It does have impressive range, and I've used that same gun effectively at comparable distances. So that doesn't really surprise me. Is that fully trashed? 5%. I don't want your old beat. On the other hand, I can sell it. While I'm here, should I have some fun? Since this felt like such a chore. Or will this turn out to be a waste of ammo? If I can blast a chimera or a pseudo-giant, I'll be happy. This would make for the better save spot. I don't think I've ever noticed this detail before, the way the rain looks outside those tinted windows. It's a cool effect. I have more 40 mils stashed. From what I understand, 40 mils are not economical in S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 like they are in every other S.T.A.L.K.E.R game and or mod. There's a stash around here if I recall. Somewhere around here. Oh well. It's not marked on my map anyway, but as we've seen, you can still get pretty good stuff out of unmarked stashes. Pretty good stuff by the standards of unmodded Anomaly. A flesh pig, a swamp flesh. This was worthwhile. I don't want to waste ammo or time on boars. They bore me. Even as they gore me. Zombies moid. Another one. And another one. Let's see if I can do a rack 'em and stack 'em thing. 5 of them, and they often have items on them. Come on, don't make me waste too much ammo. Oh, I'm not going to be able to use my proper technique on them. That fall would have hurt a normal person a lot more than that in real life. This isn't what I wanted. Now watch, at least one of them will get up from that. I bet you almost anything. Maybe not. Once I have an axe, things will be better. I'll actually be able to inflict a reasonable amount of melee damage. And I'll be able to break boxes with a single strike. And if I'm carrying a pistol or weak rifle, I'll be able to shoot a zombie's moid in the head, which it should die from, regardless of caliber and or bullet type. And then while it's on the ground, I can strike its head with the axe and get the job done, get the job over and done with. Snort. All right. Well, let's not take all day. You jerkweed. Look how they move around like they're semi-spectral. They can just glide across the ground. Like they're not entirely corporeal. Well, this is going to take forever, and I don't have the patience. How did that not... Nope. Is this game really going to make me waste 5.56 ammo on snorks? Well, let's see. I don't want to waste ammo. I don't want to waste time. I came here to hunt big game. I did manage to score a flesh piggy pig eye. Glad about that. These kind of snorks just aren't fun to fight. There's no sport. Okay. Not even bothering to harvest the snort parts. Made me wear down my LR300. Not a whale. Not a whole lot. Oh, come on. I didn't want to waste the whole mag. Alright, that's more like it. Now you. Accept that. I should detonate these barrels so they don't become a danger and or obstruction later on. I miss the days when there was a sport to hunting snorks. Is one of those red barrels stuck in the air? I will use up. Oh, doggone it. I meant to use old ammo on snorks. Still 97. So I guess it didn't matter. Well, it did matter because, yeah, and it is stuck in the air. Headgear repair kit with 2 uses. Obstructions cleared. Still 97% condition on my LR300. 84. Okay, this thing's getting worn down. You might be wondering why I took the scope off the crank. It's because I was intending to use it on those snorks. It's harder to shoot snorks using a scope. Iron sights are snappier, more intuitive. Or reflex sight if you prefer. Oh, I hear cats. That's just great. Get up on there, please. Okay. I knew it. See, I knew the moment I heard cats, I wasn't going to be able to get up on a vehicle in time. And of course, 40 mil doesn't manage to take them all out. Took out some, but not all of them. Just like with the zombies, there had to be at least one left. There just had to be. All right, I was going to go all the way around Truck Cemetery. They're going to make me deal with ankle biters that waste time, ammo, and patience that I no longer have. Then
Chicken
that
freaking
shit. I'll just go back the way I came. All the way back to the Dark Valley, reacquire some of that stuff that I stashed, then drag myself back to Rostock. I wonder how much time has passed. 1707, yep, it's getting late in the day already. I wonder what that came off of. This might make it worthwhile. Okay, this trip was worthwhile. Already I'm in a better mood. Pulse. Well, how was I supposed to avoid that? I wonder if that still would have happened if I hadn't said that I was in a better mood, because now I'm not. And the reason I'm not is because how was I supposed to avoid that? Should I have turned around and ran in the opposite direction? It looked like it was forming above my head in just the right position that no matter which direction I ran, I was going to get hit by it anyway. And why can't you dodge pseudo-giant pseudo-stomps with perfectly timed jumps like you could in Shadow of Chernobyl? Well, because you can't do that in Clear Sky or Call of Pripyat. And they came out after Shadow of Chernobyl, so that inherently means that their way of doing things is better. Is that how that works? I contest that. There is a stash somewhere over there, and I guess I just can't remember where it is. Here I am checking every car to see if its trunk actually contains a stash, or alternatively, if there's a stash next to, like under a seat or next in front of a seat or whatnot. Did I leave anything in this one? No. Back to the Dark Valley. Now, let's see if I can get back to my stash. Even though I know that happens and I'm able to anticipate it, it still feels so unnatural and counterintuitive. And the only reason it does that is because it's not a pistol. And I think it only does that with scopes. Well, I'm allowed to put something other than a pistol in slot 2, so maybe don't make me endure that extra tedium. Yes, it can get you killed. Remember back in the day, helping Bullet and his buddy? Helping Bullet rescue his buddy from those two bandits. And earning a PSO-1 scope. In Oblivion Lost 2010, you can get a PSO-1 scope before ever coming here. Wasn't the PSO-1 originally designed for the SVD Well, what should I leave here? $58.8. I think that's as good as I'm going to get that. Now, how tedious is it going to be? Dragging myself back to Rostock. Muzzle down. Don't make me have to put the muzzle where I want it, the direction I want it facing. All the time I'm having to adjust and readjust and adjust and readjust. Make every fraction of a kilogram count. 58.7. I'll be happy with that. I only got like 2 jobs done today. Piss off. Not gonna waste my time carving you up. You're worthless to me. Just making me waste my ammo. I should have thought to take the scope off. I don't like shooting from the hip. It always means wasting ammo that ought not be wasted. 43.7. .43 kilograms. Exactly. There's another stash over here. That Chimera back in the truck cemetery, I'm surprised it didn't. Well, could you all get out of my way? I just want to check the stash. What have we got in here? Not even worth the effort. Screw it. All right, I guess I'm satisfied with this haul. Actually, no, I'm not. I really want a set of basic tools. Those elusive basic tools, which are only elusive thanks to RNG. What is this bullshit? Oh, they're fighting, and they're dealing with an incursion. I immediately heard a shot and thought maybe bandits had taken over the flea market. Is that a dead bandit? The spoils are rightly yours. Oh, a merc. Tour guide. 2 separate words. Over 52,000. And I'm probably not going to get paid much for these 2 jobs I did. I guess I could say at least I killed some time. See what I can sell right here, right now. Haven't replenished for 545 yet. That's alright. I think when a merchant replenishes their stock, they just replenish it all at once. So if you buy a mag's worth of 545 and then buy 2 bottles of Nemiroff vodka, half a day apart from each other, then when they restock, they just restock all at once, instead of each individual item having its own timing or whatever. I need to take this back for sure. I should prioritize this and not this. Well, I'll have to leave some vodka behind. I hate having to do this. This piecemeal sort of thing. A piece here, a piece there. $58.5, $58.6, $58.8. I think that's the best I can hope for. I'll make a hard save to decrease the chances of my getting screwed over by something like, let's say, a storm that doesn't give me enough time to take shelter. I still had stuff to do in Agroprom and Cordon. See, I thought I was going to be able to get everything done. Everything in the sense of Dark Valley, Agroprom, Cordon. The day started off shitty. Shitful. There's a doom dog, and I don't want to waste ammo on it. Day started off shitful, forcing me to endure 2 storms in a row. And that already pretty much killed my morning and threw off my schedule. I was counting on getting Dark Valley stuff, Agroprom stuff, and Cordon stuff all done. All in one go. All in one fell swoop. least I got to go to the truck cemetery. Yeah, well, that wasn't all that much fun at first. That was kind of tedious until it got fun. Worth it for the flesh eye and the chimera. But what percentage of that? What percentage was that of the overall excursion rated against the rest of what I had to deal with there? There's at least one mod that makes this building something like an apartment that you can actually live in. And that's pretty cool. Kind of what this is for me. But outfitted like an actual apartment. There's a bed in there, I think, and furniture, and I forget what else. This goes to Skinflint. Did I read this? I think I did. Yeah. Add that to my book collection. Because I'm a nerd. Higher quality, so I'm stashing it for later. And before I forget, again, stashing that. Once I have any backpack better than this one, I might keep that sleeping bag with me all the time. Let's see if General Veronin is asking for bandit patches.
Как жизнь? Спокойно. Чем могу помочь, сталкер?
Maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe 12. No. Do I have 6 freedom ones, or do I still only have 4?
Ну, здорово.
Nine. Now watch, if I lose any goodwill with any faction,
Как жизнь?
it won't be freedom. If it is, then yeah, that makes sense. But if it's anyone other than freedom, I bet it'll be mercs, who I already have the lowest goodwill with. Oh! Okay then. Didn't lose any goodwill with anyone. Good. Stash the good stuff for later use. And here I've depleted most of my supply of 545 FMJ. Stash the good stuff for later use. Did I buy another sharpening stone? 2 uses left on this one.
Проходи, не задерживайся.
Стой, сейчас туда нельзя. Эй, лишнее. Didn't lose any goodwill for doing that, and gained goodwill with 3 factions. I only ever keep 4 full packs of any kind of cigarettes and sell the rest to barkeep. See, he gives me good resale prices. Подходи, сталкер. Для таких, как ты, у меня всегда есть кое-что интересное.
Хаюшки!
I'll sell you this.
Бывай!
Thinking I might buy an upgrade or 2, or perhaps I might buy a red rifle kit and install some upgrades. Probably on my LR300. See what time it is. 2020. I have some time to go back to
Время дорого. Рассказывай.
the garbage checkpoint and drag back another load of stuff. Hey, SV98, overall the best sniper rifle in my opinion. Factoring in availability of ammo and all those extra factors and not just stats. Oh, exosuits are available. Do I have 1,000 goodwill or close to it? 934. Getting there. Do you have a tourist backpack? Got the camping one, the travel one, the combat one. What was that last message? Don't have to worry about that. Oh. tempted to buy another 40 mil. Going to avoid the temptation to buy any kind of headgear, night vision at this juncture. So you're not yet selling the tourist backpack. But you are selling exosuits. Well, that's okay. The PSZ-10I Forest Battlesuit. At a fairly reasonable price. But it'll be some time before I have this. And a tourist backpack to go with it. Given these prices, I'm thinking I probably should just go ahead and buy a travel backpack. Plus 28 kilograms versus plus 34. And then this one's plus 41. But I'm not going to bother with this one because I want the best of the best. The tourist backpack. Don't know why they call it the tourist backpack. I think it should swap its name with the travel backpack. Must maintain discipline. Must hold out.
Ну?
Sell you this. And these. Just short of 70,000 rubes. I'll go back to the garbage checkpoint and bring back another load of stuff. Did I have any... No. Vodka is what I was thinking about. Because I had half a mind to bring back half of those bottles, leave the other half, and then get the other half after I deposited the first half. I'll replenish at least part of my supply of 545 with those next time I go back to Yantar. Plus I have an inactive artifact to sell. That green thing I found in that stash. In Oblivion Lost 2.2 and 2010, you could duck under the lunging attacks of leaping beast creatures, snorks and chimeras. had to be perfectly timed, but you could do it. And the fact that it had to be perfectly timed is what made it fun. That there was a sport to it, a technique that you had to perfect. And not having that, not being able to do that doesn't add to the challenge, it subtracts from it. See also dodging pseudo-giant pseudo-stomps with perfectly timed jumps. You could battle pseudo-giants toe-to-toe, if you dared, using only a sawed-off, or anything else. Again, a sport to it. Oh, that's right, I did manage to take along several bottles of vodka. .8, that's good enough. I am going to collect a bunch of Beretta 92s, and one of these days get them all fully upgraded and converted into machine pistols, like the poor man's Beretta 93R. But full auto instead of burst fire. I would prefer burst fire. Skimpy mag capacity for machine pistols. 15 rounds just isn't enough. When it comes to machine pistols, anything less than 20 rounds is just too skimpy. You could maybe get away with 18 rounds if it fires tri-burst, because then at least you get 6 full tri-bursts and possibly 1 extra round, like if you do a tactical reload and end up with +1. Even 20 rounds is skimpy. But typically with a machine pistol, you might need to use a shorter magazine because it's supposed to be something that can be carried in a pistol holster, or a holster of a size comparable to a regular pistol holster. See what time it is. 21:35. grabbed that PDA and stashed it, intending to take it to Skinflint, if I recall.
Иди своей дорогой, Сталкер.
I could turn it into you, and this is the first character I ever learned that on. Every other character, I never realized that Duty had someone you could turn a PDA into for money. I always suspected that they probably did, that someone I just didn't know about, because nobody tells you. You just have to experiment with that. But why would you think to do that? Skinflint will even send out messages over the Echo Net, or whatever you call it, telling everyone to bring their PDAs to him. He offers the best prices. And it's true, he does. Why does it say 1%? I took the battery out, it should be 0%. Sandstone, that kind of looks like a dog toy, a chew toy. Now, I'd like to install at least one upgrade in my LR300, preferably a reliability upgrade. Once it has all
Время
of
дорого.
them,
Рассказывай.
once it has all of them, it will be one of the most reliable guns you can get. Who wanted that flesh piggy pig eye? Get those words off the top of the other words, please. Yantar. I recognize these tile things right here. Okay, technically I got more than 2 jobs done today. A few more jobs tomorrow. Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait until I've gotten paid by all these people. Turned all this stuff in. Well, let me just see. That one thing in the stash back in the Dark Valley that I said wasn't worth my time. Maybe it was because it was a weapon upgrade, but it might have been worth my time, but it wasn't worth the ammo. I always get tired of wasting ammo on ankle biters. Always the ankle biters.
А, привет!
So much ankle biters. So many ankle biters. I need...
Buy!
I would need to go grab my gunsmith kit. Always forgetting the steps to this procedure. Because on my duty character, I just don't need to think about this anymore. I have all the weapons I need, and they're all fully upgraded. 25525. I could go ahead and buy this one, but I don't intend to be stuck using this forever. Did I bring my AK-102 here? Or did I leave it stashed back at, I think it was Merc HQ? There's my AK-102. Something hours into the game, and I've only found one set of basic tools versus 4 advanced and 2 expert.
Хаюшки!
Repair cost reasonable. There's the caliber swap. Most of its upgrades are cheap. All of its reliability upgrades are cheap. I'll continue using the crank until I get this fully upgraded, and then I think I'll either strip the crank for parts or sell it, and I might never use one ever again. That's a nice cheap upgrade. Weight reduction. Just because I'm taking accessories off and unloading it doesn't mean I want to be pulling it out and pointing it in pointing the muzzle in the face of an ally.
Бывай!
I'll think about this more tomorrow/next episode. Did you notice the door wasn't shut all the way? Door is ajar. It's not a jar, it's a door. I wonder what caused that. Hold on. That's not time to go to sleep just yet. I mean, I could. Usually, if an upgrade costs less than 5 figures, I go ahead and buy it.
А, привет!
And of course, it depends on how many weapons I have. I think I will go ahead and get this. .41, and now it's lighter than the crank.
Бай!
They both have mag ditching reloads. I know I've talked about the LR300's mag ditching reload before. It's not exactly a wick flick. But it's still a mag ditching reload, and you know how I feel about that. perfect timing. This is usually the time I go to sleep. This. Get my breakfast ready, and I'll probably have to drink twice. Maybe I'll treat myself to the good stuff, since it quenches thirst better anyway. Half a dozen bottles of Nemiroff vodka. Well, that didn't quench quite as much thirst as I thought it would. Plus I have to wait until that radiation symbol goes away before I can drink something else. Now I'm forcing myself to remember to stash this. More thirst quenchy. And I'll call it. Feel safe for the next episode. Two hard saves and a quick save, as per typical. Till next time, catch you on the flip side.